So non-chemical, non-odorous cleaning products using natural ingredients, servicing household and pet owners. And the problem is that they can't achieve satisfying number of sales since they only have one person that's taking care of that entire side of the business and doing a very terrible job at it. So to find a new and easy market for his product, we're going to use the second pillar of my contribute and succeed method. And the outcome of this pillar is specifically to help you find or create your own market. And this is achieved by shifting your mindset from a straight transactional mindset where you give me money for what I have or for what I know how to do, all the way to a contribution mindset where you basically ask yourself, what important thing for their life experience, for anybody's life experience, for my customers' life experience, for the companies that I serve, what is it that I can help improve in their experience of life with what I have? Because there's a difference between what a product does in itself and what it does for people's life experience. A lawnmower, for example, in itself, it cuts grass. But what does it do for people's life experience? Well, it makes your front yard look better and it sets a tone for your entire house. It makes your house welcoming. And that's exactly the shift that you need to make with your product, your service, your skill, your knowledge, whatever it is that you're planning on exchanging for money. So now, for this particular company and their products, how can we apply that? So if we ask ourselves the question, what specific life experience solution or improvement can I bring to my customers, to people with household cleaning products that use non-chemical ingredients and that don't have any smell? Well, the most experienced problem that this unique character can solve is an irritated nose, because a lot of these cleaning products have very strong smell. So with all the chemicals, the colorants, and the aromas or whatever that they add on it. So whether you're cleaning surfaces, your dishes, and even your pet, we can do it as comfortably as you do anything else. So basically, these products changes shelves. It goes from cleaning or whatever household products or whatever into the healthcare shelf, especially around nose relief solutions or things like that. And in that section, in that niche, this product is going to stand out a lot more than it would have in the middle of many other cleaning products. Why? Because you don't see household everyday products in that section. It would immediately stand out for anybody that has this problem. Like, oh, okay, I can add this to all my nose relief solutions for when I'm cleaning or for when somebody else is cleaning my house and then I don't want to come back having my nose filled with all those things, or for when I'm cleaning my pet and all those stuff. Okay, so now that we've shifted the markets, there comes a new opportunity now to kind of also shift the offer. Not really shifting the offer, but basically creating the convenience or adequate offer for this new market that we just entered. Okay, so first, because it aims to solve the entire problem of an irritated nose when cleaning, you can't just buy one of these products, because you wouldn't just want to have a comfortable nose while doing the dishes, but get an irritated nose when cleaning surfaces, mopping, or doing anything like that. So you want to be able to do all these daily activities as comfortably as possible. So instead of selling the products individually, they should always be sold in packages of 3 or more. So one for surfaces, one for the dishes, and one for the laundry. I think in every other special type of stuff like towel stains or for pets, all of that can be sold singularly. But you want to be able to cover the everyday activities that relates to every single body. And to make it even easier for them, since we're trying to solve the irritated nose problem, we're not just trying to sell the products, we're trying to solve a real problem for them. But not only have we determined that they should buy the entire range of products, but they should probably also get into a subscription. So to make sure that they don't run out of this product, because they're definitely going to keep using it again and again. There's very little chances that the next month they move to a different brand or because it's closer to home or anything like that. If they start using this product, the chances are very high that they're going to keep using this same and only product. So different sizes, different bundles on a subscription depending on their preferences. And their packaging and branding should focus more on showing or communicating nose relief, right? Every day being comfortable, no irritation whatsoever, and put the eco-friendliness stuff more on the back burner as a feel-good bonus, right? A feel-good bonus that would make people feel good and feel even better about the products that they're buying. Now, what if instead of a good product that was struggling in a certain market, you were actually working in a decent market, but struggling with your products or your offer. Now watch this next video where I describe exactly how to pull a business out of that particular situation, and I'll see you over there.